highly anticipated conference matchup made more compelling because both teams come in ranked in the top 25. This is going to be fun. Welcome to Lubbock, Texas, and the home field of the Texas Tech Red Raiders, Jones AT&T Stadium, as we'll see the number 11 team in the country, the BYU Cougars, taking on the 6th-ranked team in the land, the Texas Tech Red Raiders. For EA Sports, I'm Chris Fowler, joined in the booth by Kirk Herbstreit. Kirk, let's get this thing going. And the Cougars will kick going. He's going to return it from near the goal line. And they stop him at the 23. That's solid coverage. So the Texas Tech Red Raiders offense comes on the field first today. And each offense features a star tight end. Kirk, what an elite matchup of guys who can really hurt defenses in a variety of ways.
When was the last time we did a game where we were excited to watch two tight ends from opposing teams go against each other? But that's what we have today. Both of these guys are elite at their position. Both want to have bragging rights that they're the best in the country. Let's see who can be showcased better today. Chris, I know it's the first play of the game, but boy, nice job by this offensive line. The back gets behind him, picks up some positive yards.
Second down after that run on the previous play. Fakes the handoff, looking to throw. Lets it fly to the wideout. He's got a man down the middle. They bring him down, but it's a big gainer to the 47.
Great job here as a play caller. You come out in the opening drive, you want to establish a little bit of an aggressive nature, and you hit some big plays here downfield. Great way to start this game.
Great start to the drive. Back-to-back explosive plays, and now another first down. Scanning the field, it's Morton. The receiver grabs it. They make the tackle, but that's a solid gain. Moves the ball to the 34.
You know, we talked this week with the offensive coordinator about what makes this receiver so special. He kept referring to his route running. Here's an example of that. Great route, enough separation to give the quarterback a nice lane to throw the football.
The Red Raiders will line up on 1st and 10. On the ground, it's Dickey. Slams right into a wall. They've got him for a loss. Well, the play is just blown up by the big fella in the middle, Kirk, showing some quickness for his size.
Yeah, we know about his power, but how about his ability to penetrate there? And that's the quickest way to blow up a run game is that interior penetration. If you're able to break through the middle of that offensive line, then you can create a lot of havoc in the middle.
Quarterback looking to throw it on 2nd down. Caught near the sideline, but just a short gain.
You know, they're completing passes, but they're not getting the ball downfield. It puts a lot of pressure on your receivers to make plays after the catch. Now you're 3rd down and long. You're going to have to get the ball thrown downfield if you want to be able to put drives together.
Not going to be easy here. Backed up a long way to go for a first down. On 3rd down, he drops to throw. Incomplete. That should have been caught. That's on the receiver.
Hey, it's an incompletion, but it's a nice job by the quarterback. I know it did pan out, but the most important thing is he didn't turn the football over and he didn't take a sack. It'll give your kicker a chance to put some points aboard if they opt for the field goal here on 4th down.
Coach elects to try for 3 points and sends out the field goal unit. And it's good right down the middle. So we have our first points on the board. That makes it 3-0.
Boy, this guy has such a strong leg. No problem. Up into the net from 50+.
So after coming away with 3 in that drive, the kickoff team is out. He'll return it from inside the 5. Makes it to the 16. That's good coverage there. So BYU's offense comes out for their first possession today. They'll be met by a defensive front that has a couple of impact players on it. They get after the quarterback. They slow the run down. Really a nightmare to block.
Well, these guys are what it's all about. You want to build a great defense? Follow this blueprint right here. Big, strong, athletic defensive linemen. They're game wreckers, and they're lucky to have a couple of them up front. Going to be tough on this offense to try to hold up at the line of scrimmage. Well, they don't pick up the first down here, but if you can use the quick passing game to stay ahead of the chains, it definitely helps your offense. And if that defense starts to creep up and take that away, that's when you can take a shot downfield.
Out of the shotgun, he'll hand it off. They get him down, but the gain moves the ball up to the 36.
Well, good push up front here in this back. I tell you, he's got some outstanding vision to be able to find those creases to be able to get positive yards, and here he gets the first down.
This line getting set up. It's a first down play. Off the play fake, looking to throw. It's a short completion to the tight end.
Nice play-action call here by this offensive coordinator. You can freeze those linebackers just for a split second. Usually that's going to give you enough room to be able to get that tight end behind them. And if the quarterback can make a nice tight throw like this, pick up some big yards.
That completion makes it second and short. Quarterback pulls the ball. It's a keeper. They stop him, but it's a first down.
Well, he keeps it on the option, and it's not always the big play. It's sometimes just getting the first down. Does a nice job of knowing where he needed to go, and we got a new set of downs.
The Cougars pick up enough yardage to move the sticks. Play action fake, looking to throw. Looking for the wideout. Grab down the middle. It's Bachmeier. They bring him down, but this offense now in scoring position. First down from the 30.
Well, the quarterback has just too much time against this zone. There's not enough pressure. It's allowing him to sit back and pick apart this zone defense.
The offense will set up on 1st and 10. Off the play fake, looking to throw. Short pass finds the tight end. Heads out of bounds after a solid gain.
Well, this is what coaches love to see. A quarterback with the ability to read the defense properly and then just get it to the open man. Sometimes it sounds simple, but it's tough to execute. This time we have good recognition by the quarterback. Then he gets it down to the tight end. You can see what he can do after the catch.
BYU has now moved into the red zone. Shotgun formation. Here's an inside handoff. They test the middle of the defense, but get nothing. Well, they run it right into a blitz, and that linebacker was coming downhill, Kirk.
Man, what a time to call that blitz here by the defensive coordinator. And you're right, he shoots right through that A-gap. Really, the back had nowhere to go. By the time he got the ball in his hands, the linebacker's right in his face.
Handoff here from the shotgun. Try to run it up the middle, but get nothing.
That was an excellent effort by this defense, just staying in their run fits, holding their own at the line of scrimmage, and then making a tackle. Offense just couldn't get enough of a push to get any yards at all.
Offense been reversed. Now a long way to go to convert this third down. Looking to throw. It's Bachmeier. The pass is incomplete just across the goal line.
Chris, you get this deep into an opponent's side of the field and come away with 3 instead of 6, and man, it is a letdown. That's certainly not what they're looking for here on 3rd and long from inside the red zone.
So here on 4th down, out comes the field goal team. It'll be a 33-yard attempt here. He got it. The field goal's good. And the game is now tied.
Well, Chris, it's a nice kick here to polish off that drive with at least 3 points up on the board.
So after the field goal, the kicker out there again to boot it away. Looks like he'll try to make a play with the return. And the Texas Tech offense is back out on the field now. They were fortunate to get points on the last possession because of a range field goal. Off the fake on 1st down. With the catch, it's Carter.
This is why running the football is so important. You run the ball and then you go play action. It affects the safeties and linebackers and frees up some space for the tight end to be able to pick up a nice gain.
Offense getting set up. Here's 2nd down. And he'll set up to throw. Caught in the backfield. It's Dickey. Brought down for a loss after the completion. Not what they were looking for.
How about the discipline of this defense here on second down? You're anticipating a pass. They've got pretty much everybody covered. And then once the back has the ball, how about the speed to be able to bring him down? Now it's third down.
Now the offense faces third and long from the 30. Can they convert and get a drive going? Back to pass. It's Morton. Quick throw to the left. Catch made in space. Look out. Breaks into the clear. At the 10, fights into the end zone. Touchdown, Texas Tech.
This guy can do it all. We've seen him go behind coverage, plays downfield. We can see him catch the ball underneath, just like this. And when he catches a football, he is so dangerous after the catch. This one leads him into the end zone for the 6 points.
Now the try here for the extra point. PAT is good, so it's 10-3 now. Got momentum after scoring that touchdown. Now the kickoff team out there to kick it away. Fields it just outside the goal line. Here comes the BYU offense back out on the field. They settled for a field goal in the last possession. They're looking for the end zone, no doubt, here. On 1st and 10 here, looking to throw the ball. And he can't hold on right in his hands, and he dropped it.
It was there, Chris. It was the right call. It was good execution. He just dropped it. That receiver's got to do a better job of finishing the play.
So after the incompletion, it's second down. Gonna run it. It's Martin. An important 9 yards gain there. Brings up just 3rd and 1.
What a great job to be able to establish some rhythm to an offense. When you can run the football like this, it just opens up the playbook. You can continue to run. You can go to play action. You really keep the defense on their heels when you can run the ball like this. Nice play.
They'll try to run for the first down. They stop him behind the line. That's going to set up 4th down and short.
My gosh, this offensive line's got to do a better job of blocking. The defense was zeroed in on the ball carrier and absolutely nowhere to go for the offense.
And the Cougars will bring their punt team onto the field. On to punt now for the first time today. That takes a big bounce and rolls all the way into the end zone for a touchback. And the Texas Tech offense trots back out onto the field now. They punched it into the end zone the last time. Let's see if this defense has made some adjustments to stop them this time. The defense all over it. They stop him right at the line.
Well, this is exactly what you want to see from the defense. Yeah, you give up the catch, but you're right there to be able to stop this receiver from making any yards after the catch.
Short completion there. Second down coming up. To the air. It's Morton. And he dumps it off to the tight end. And heads out of bounds after a decent gain. That's the tight end flexed out into the slot, looking for a matchup there, Kirk.
Well, it is a matchup because he has the size where he's very difficult to be able to match up for his safety, and he's got the speed to be able to outrun a linebacker. That's why they like to flex him out like that and be able to pick up nice big gains like this.
In the 3rd and short, they'll try to throw for it. It's a quick grab. Tackle made at the 37. That's a solid gain.
And you just continue to see the chemistry between these two. And they told us yesterday in our production meeting, they spent hours and hours of working and developing that chemistry and that rhythm by throwing together throughout those summer months. And, man, it's starting to really pay off. He's become his security blanket for the quarterback, and especially on 3rd down, get him the ball.
Catch is made down the middle. Tackle made after a big gain.
Great job by the quarterback with an accurate throw against man coverage for a first down. Overall, by the entire group, good execution by this offense.
And the Red Raiders offense is on the move now. They'll try the right here. They tackle him behind the line, a loss of 4. Well, they don't block the defensive end, who shows some quickness, Kirk, getting around the edge that time.
Yeah, this guy's usually getting around the edge to put pressure on the quarterback, but he reminds everybody here that this guy's a complete package. Not only can he pressure the quarterback, but also he is very, very talented and shows you the physicality he has against the run as well.
Second down, we're going to throw it. The receiver makes the catch. And they bring him down after a solid gain, but it's still well short of the first down marker.
Chris, it's so easy to get excited about the receivers on the outside and their ability to make big plays, but the slot receivers are just as exciting, especially with their finesse, quickness, and ability to make guys miss in the middle of that field.
Dropping back, it's Morton. Catch made on the out route. And he'll head out of bounds, but not before picking up enough for a first down. Well, Kirk, Texas Tech has the lead here. Let's check out the stats now through the opening period. Plenty of time for some plot twists here as we begin the second quarter. So here we go, first play of the quarter. The offense has a first down. Back now goes in motion. Defense will have to adjust. Here comes a first down pass attempt. He's going to take off here. Slides to avoid the big hit.
Chris, watch him work through his progressions here. Finds the first, second option aren't there. By the third option, he's got to pull it down and try to pick up some positive yards, of which he did, and then he slides down to avoid the big hit.
The Red Raiders will have 1st and 10 here. Off the play fake, looking to throw. Ball knocked away in the end zone. A great defensive play.
It is really tough on a quarterback when he thinks he's got a completion and an open man downfield. The ball's just about to get to his receiver. Then out of nowhere, the defensive back steps in front of it and knocks away. Nice job.
Coming to the line on second down. This is important. They want to avoid a 3rd and long. Pass caught. Can he get in? The defense stops him just short of the end zone. Spotted at the 1.
As we all know, Chris, red zone leads to tight windows. A lot of times you just get what you can get. Likely grateful this went forward to help this upcoming 3rd down call.
And they convert here on 3rd down in the red zone. This is a 4-point type of play. Touchdown or field goal. Stopped on 3rd for no gain. Going to be 4th and 1 now. Hold on a second. The replay official has signaled that he wants to have another look at this play. So after taking a closer look, the officials will overturn that previous ruling. It's a quarterback keeper. That's a stop behind the line of scrimmage. They've got him for a 3-yard loss.
Man, oh man, was the defense ready for this play. The quarterback just searching for anywhere to go, looking for daylight, but couldn't find anywhere to go into keeper.
Ball moved back to the 4 for 2nd and goal. Dropping back, it's Morton. 0 running room, stopped right at the line of scrimmage.
The offensive line does everything they can to try to protect the quarterback to give him enough time to find an open receiver, but there's nobody there downfield. He ends up throwing it to the back. But how about the speed of this defense? Now you're looking at a 3rd down.
They've been stopped on 3rd down twice in the red zone already. Can they find the end zone this time? Trying to find some room. It's Dickey. And he busts into the end zone. Touchdown, Red Raiders. So still early, but this offense beginning to build momentum and build the lead now, Kirk.
As we've seen over the years, Chris, good teams know how to use the first quarter to establish the lead, the second quarter to increase the lead, and the final half just to hold on to it. They're following that blueprint perfectly, widening the distance between them and their opponent before we even get to the locker rooms.
So they'll try to add to the lead now with the PAT. With the extra point, the lead is 14. So after putting up the touchdown, the kickoff team is out there to boot it away. Return starts from inside the 5. Solid job by the coverage team. They bring him down at the 16. So the BYU offense comes back out onto the field. They're coming off a 3-and-out, looking to produce a positive drive here. Looks to his left and makes the completion. And a nice first down game there. They get him down, but very close to the first down marker.
Some really tight windows to throw into for this quarterback with the defense sitting back in zone. But he finds the curl route, and he shows you his arm strength by getting it in there.
Offense getting set. It's second down. They'll try the ground game here. Tackled, but only after picking up a fresh set of downs.
Just what a great battle here at the line of scrimmage. Good push by the offensive line, and the back does enough to be able to pick up the first down.
And that run is good for first down yardage. A new set of downs for this offense. Looking to throw. It's Bachmeier. Looking to set up a screen pass here. The gain is 3. Now it's second down and 7.
You can see what the offense is trying to do here with this screenplay, but they avoid disaster by at least getting a few positive yards. The defense doing a great job of anticipating the screen here.
The completion sets up a second down play. Caught behind the line. It's Bachmeier. To get him down quickly, not much of a gain on that completion.
Well, anytime an offensive coordinator calls a wide receiver screen, he's trying to get offensive linemen out in front of the receiver to create a wall so that receiver can pick a lane to run through. How about the defense here, though? That's called team pursuit and swarming to the football. They didn't give him any lanes, so not much yards downfield for the receiver.
Here's a screen pass to the running back. They make the stop at the 47. That's enough for a first down.
Chris, it really looked to me like those linebackers in zone coverage had their eyes in the backfield looking at the quarterback. They lost the running back sneaking out on that angle route, and I thought the quarterback did a nice job of waiting, being patient, and then making a nice throw for a first down.
This BYU offense is quickly moving down the field. Hand it off for a draw. Run it up the middle, but stuffed for no gain.
How about the defense on this play right here? Chris, they go with a draw play to try to take an advantage of an aggressive defense that's pinning their ears to get upfield. But instead, it was almost like the defense was expecting the run. They're not surprised at all. They make a great play.
Quarterback wants to throw it on second down. Makes the catch downfield. They get him down pretty quickly, but it's a solid gain in that short throw.
Love the timing here between the quarterback and his receiver. Pick up some positive yards, and I continue to be impressed with just the chemistry between these two.
Here we go, third and short on the 7th play of this drive. QB keeper all the way. Stopped right there at the line, no gain.
Well, this offense has really been moving the ball at will on this drive, and a nice job here on this defense to finally come up and make a nice play for no gain.
Fourth down, no punt, out of field goal range. They're going for it. They'll hand it off. He's tackled inside the 35 and picks up a first down.
Confident play there on 4th and 1. Get behind the big fellas up front, get a good push. You have to like that call on this part of the field. A punt there doesn't net much of a change in field position, so the right call is made and you pick up the first down.
The offense finally producing here. Sets up a 1st and 10. He hands it off from the gun. They try the middle, but gain nothing on that play. No gain there. This defense has been getting sliced up on the drive, but they push back that time, Kirk.
Yeah, kind of a bend but don't break mentality by this defense. They have been giving up some big chunks here on this drive, but let's see if a stop like this can give them a little bit of confidence here. Now try to pressure the quarterback on these upcoming plays.
Looking downfield, it's Bachmeier. Oh, down he goes. It's a sack.
A really good job by this defense. The quarterback looked to be trying to work through his progressions to find his open receiver, but before he knew it, he's on his back.
So here comes 3rd and long. Giving up that sack has made this a real challenge for the offense. Now on 3rd and very long, looking to throw. Throw to the sideline, steps out after a short gain.
Great job here by the defense. 3rd down and long. You drop back in coverage, keep everything in front of you, force that quarterback to have to check the ball down, and then you rally to the football to force this 4th down. Great job here by the D.
So now on 4th down, out comes the field goal unit. This will be an attempt from 52 yards. Let's see if he's got the distance. And he's got it, no problem.
Boy, this guy had plenty of leg here, too. Chris, you remember the days when a kick from 50-plus was a major accomplishment? Now these guys knock these out like they're almost automatic.
They come away with 3 points on the drive, and now the kickoff team will boot it away. Returner looking to make a play here. Not much on the return. They'll stop him at the 24. Good coverage. And the Red Raiders offense is back out on the field now. The last possession, they really had the passing game clicking. Move right down the field for a touchdown. Shotgun formation. Here's an inside give. And he's brought down after a big 1st down gain. It's 2nd and short. Maybe an opportunity, Kirk, to take a shot here.
Boy, positive yards there on 1st and 10. Good job up front by that offensive line. Good hard running by this running back. And now you got a lot of options. That playbook can really open up on 2nd and inches.
Less than a yard to go as they come to the line on 2nd down. Kibbe decides to keep it here. Slides down to avoid the tackle.
We think about option plays, especially quarterback, when he keeps the ball. A lot of times, it's a big explosive play, but sometimes it's just about getting what you can and keep the drive moving.
It's a solid run, gives the offense a 1st down and a new set of downs. Off the play fake, looking to throw. And that pass falls incomplete. They misfire on 1st down, so it's 2nd and 10 from the 41. To throw, it's Morton. And he's going to take a shot down the left side. And it's hauled in. What a catch. They finally stop a big play. Moves the ball to the 22.
What a pitch and catch by the quarterback and receiver for a big gain for this offense.
And the Red Raiders pick up enough yardage to keep this drive rolling. 1st down, looking to throw the ball. It's an out route, the catch made. They make the tackle, but not before a solid gain on that pass.
That's the thing with this guy. You've got the ability to flex him out. He shows his versatility and what he can do from that slot position. He could be the quarterback's safety blanket.
It's the 2-minute timeout. We've got a blowout developing here. The Red Raiders are in the red zone. The shotgun handoff here. And he's tackled, but only after picking up a 1st down.
Look, I realize on any play call, when it's properly executed, it can go to the house for a touchdown. But the runs that really make a game plan work are the ones where you get just what you need. And he barely got the first down, but he got it.
And the Red Raiders lining up here on 1st and 10. Grab behind the line. It's Carter. Tackled at the 8 after the completion. The timeout is called. Important stage late here in the second quarter. So down here in the red zone, every yard tough to find. Here is a crucial play coming up. From the gun, he looks for an open man. Makes the catch. Can he get in? Tackled after the catch, but the ball moves to the 4-yard line. And now the defense decides to spend a timeout to regroup a bit. Here we go, 3rd down, close to the goal line. They can still get a first down without scoring. 3rd and short, they try to pick it up on the ground. He's going to lose ground on the run. Now it's going to bring up 4th and short. And now the defense will call a timeout here. There's something they didn't like about that look, and they'll make an adjustment before this important play. So the coach will decide to settle for 3 points here. Out comes the field goal unit. Knocks that one right down the middle. And that will extend their lead even further.
Well, they almost put a touchdown on the board, but instead they come away with 3 points.
Following the field goal, the kickoff team is out there now. And he takes this from inside the 5. And he stopped at the 20. Tried to make something happen, but that's good coverage there. Here's the first play of the drive now from the 20-yard line. Looking for some space. It's Martin.
This offense is known for that up-tempo approach. The defense has got to make their calls and get adjusted and ready to play.
Second down after that previous play. To throw, it's Bachmeier. With the catch, it's Roberts. Defense makes the stop very close to a first down.
When you throw an out route against man coverage, man, it puts a premium on a receiver who can set up the defensive back to be able to still have room to get to the outside and be timed up with a quarterback. That was great execution.
Got to pick up the 3rd and short through the air. Quick throw to his receiver. Caught over the middle. It's Roberts. They stop him out at the 42. That's a solid gain, getting closer to midfield.
Well, it's 3rd down. The defense knows he's going to get the ball. You still can't stop the quarterback finding this receiver to be able to pick up another first down for this offense.
First down here for this offense. Wants to throw it. Quick throw complete to the tight end. And the runner scoots out of bounds after gaining some decent yardage.
Well, that's exactly what you need to do as a receiver in these kind of situations near the end of the half. Get some positive yards, but also stopping the clock is just as important.
Defense setting up for a passing down now with 7 DBs on the field. They look to throw it here on 2nd down. Grab near the sticks. It's Martin. And the game just good enough for a first down. And that will do it for the first half here. Kevin Connors now has our halftime update.
Gentlemen, you've had yourselves a superb broadcast so far today in Lubbock. And there's no more fitting place to begin than with this stud receiver and how he's dominated the first half. Some guys have the ability to elude and evade. This young man is a true 3-level threat. Short passes, the intermediate game, and then the deep ball. He is a problem, and I don't think this defense has the solution. Either way, it's time to find out. Back to the best in the biz for the start of this third quarter.
The Red Raiders will kick this away to get the second half going. And he'll bring it out from inside the 10. Tackled at the 22. Good job by the coverage team. Here comes the BYU offense back out on the field. The passing game was effective in the first half. Let's see if they continue to lean on that as they try to make up the deficit here. Grab behind the line. It's Martin. They get him down, but that's a nice play. Moves the ball to the 33.
Defense kind of lost the running back here. Makes a nice catch and gets the first down in the process.
Fresh set of downs for the offense. First down. Looking to pass. It's Bachmeier. Grab down the middle. It's Roberts. They bring him down, but that's a solid gain on the play.
Well, you could tell the quarterback knew exactly what he wanted to do with the football. He was going to that in route no matter what. He hits it for a nice gain.
Back-to-back chunk plays to begin the drive. The defense on their heels. From the shotgun, it's a handoff. And brought down at the line for that big defensive tackle.
Boy, how about this defense? Just so physical against the run. These guys have not been able to do anything on the ground, and it's because of that defensive line and those linebackers taking away the run game.
Offense getting set. Second down play here. From the shotgun, he's probing the secondary. Caught over the middle. It's Ryan. Defense reacts quickly. A very short gain on the play.
That's what makes this tight end so dangerous. You can flex him out into that slot position. He shows you his versatility. He can be an inline guy that can block, but here he shows you what he can do with his hands.
Third down. This offense could really use a conversion here, down multiple scores. Dropping back, looking to throw for the first down. Catch made on the out route. That's enough for a first down. This offense set up in scoring position at the 40.
This is a big conversion by this offense. They're down now in the second half. Probably limited opportunities at this point in the game. Every chance you get your hands on the ball, you need points. They keep this drive alive right here.
BYU getting set with a 1st and 10 now. They mix it up with a run. Jukes to get free. Breaks one tackle, gets brought down, but picks up some decent yardage.
Another positive run on 1st and 10. You know, it's early on in this drive, but this defense has not shown the ability to stop the run. If I'm the offensive coordinator, just keep running the football until they prove they can stop it.
Second down play coming up. And the quarterback keeps it on the option. First down and more. He's still running. Looks like BYU will have the first down.
It almost is like the quarterback just said to himself, I've got this. I'm going to find a way to pick up this first down. He gets the first. They keep the chains moving.
See what the call is on 1st and 10. On the run, it's Martin. He gets loose. They stop him after a 6-yard gain, so 2nd and 4. Sets up for play number 8 on this drive. Scanning the field, it's Bachmeier. Grab down the middle, it's Roberts. It's a quick tackle, spot the ball at the 11, and a red zone opportunity now.
How about the offense here dialing up a good zone beater? Let's give credit to the coordinator for calling the right play at the right time and the receiver finding the hole in that zone.
And the Cougars looking to cash in the red zone. And looking to throw now on 1st down. Looking to the end zone. And he's got it! Touchdown, BYU!
Well, that's a thing of beauty right there. Good job all around. Offensive line gave the quarterback enough time. Quarterback puts it right on the money. And with this receiver running a route like this, makes it pretty simple. All you had to do is get his head turned around, catch that football. He's already in the end zone for the touchdown.
Now the important point after attempt. PAT is good. They still trail, though. Kickoff team out there. They are fired up after just scoring a touchdown. Looks like the returner will try and field this one. And the returner brought down by the coverage team there. And the Texas Tech offense is back out on the field now. Trying to find room. It's Dickey. That's a nice tackle there by the senior.
Hey, it's a great job of this defense containing the running game. But if I'm calling the plays, I'm not abandoning the running game just yet. I think it's important to have some sense of balance. So throwing and running is essential. Stick with it.
Now it's second down here. Back to pass. It's Morton. Caught by the receiver. He's tackled quickly, but the yardage is good enough for the first down.
Well, this wide receiver has it all. We know about his leaping ability and his speed, but what I've seen today is the precise route running. Another example of it there, and the timing with this quarterback and this receiver is just a thing of beauty.
Big guys up front lined up. It's first down. Quarterback drops back from the shotgun, looking for a receiver. Finds a man downfield. That's a big gain to the right. They bring down the receiver, but that's a nice gain on that play.
Well, it's a big risk to play man-to-man coverage by this defense, and this time they get caught. Great timing between the quarterback and his receiver. You can see what can happen when that timing is right. Big things can happen.
Quarterback keeps the football. He's past the marker and still going. And the Red Raiders moving quickly down the field here.
I love the toughness of this quarterback to be able to pick up some good yards like this, to move the chains, keep this drive alive. His team will feed off of his energy when he makes plays like this.
The Red Raiders will try to keep this drive moving. And they'll keep it on the ground. Running back has the handoff. Solid run, tackled at the 45-yard line.
Man, the back gets a lot of the attention here. He's a good back. But I love to see that offensive line win the battle of the line of scrimmage.
Important second down play coming up. Looking for some space. It's Dickey. They tackle him behind the line, a loss of 4.
Now, you see this with a lot of backs. There's a tendency to want to try to bounce it to the outside. Now, sometimes the play calls for it, but the coaches are telling them to follow the blockers and execute the plan.
Now from the 40, the offense faces a 3rd and long to keep this drive going. Dropping back, it's Morton. Caught over the middle by the tight end. They make the stop after a huge play. Moves the ball to the 35.
Well, this quarterback is unflappable. Here they are working with the lead in the second half. Get to a 3rd down. You got to throw the football. This is where you trust the quarterback to make a good decision, an accurate throw. He does it. You convert, and you keep working that clock.
And the Red Raiders have 1st and 10 here. From the shotgun now, here's an inside give. And they'll bring him down after just a short pickup.
In the era that we live in right now, everybody wants to spread the field around, try to create space, try to create one-on-one matchups, and the defense has countered over the years by trying to play out wide. But here's a great example. The defense has the ability to play wide, but still be solid at the line of scrimmage and not give up big run plays.
He'll ride the back again here. Defense gets him down, but they'll take the gain on that play.
Well, I feel like they called that knowing chances are they're not going to hit a home run, but look at this. Put themselves in a perfect 3rd down situation. It's much more manageable. Now we'll see if they can convert.
They face a 3rd and short on the 9th play of this drive. He's got it in the open. Touchdown, Texas Tech. This offense is still clicking. They were backed up to start the drive, but some bold play calling, great execution, and they reach the end zone.
It's easy to just kind of pull your horns in and get conservative when you're pushed way back close to your own goal line, but not this offense. They came out, showed the confidence that they have in their quarterback, and it paid off. Nice touchdown.
And now the try here for the extra point. And the kick is up and good. They tack on a point to their lead. Got momentum after scoring that touchdown. Now the kickoff team out there to kick it away. Fields it inside the 5-yard line. And he stopped at the 19. Good job by the coverage team. Here comes the BYU offense back out on the field. They punched it in the last possession. Can they do it again, or will this defense make some adjustments to get a stop? Goes to his right side there for the completion. Now here he goes. Out of bounds, but not before a huge gain. Offense gets a fresh set of downs.
Well, it's one thing to hear about how fast this receiver is in the scouting report. You look at him on film all week. The defense coordinator tells you, get ready, this guy can run. And then the reality comes, and this guy can fly. You see it again here. Nice catch.
One explosive play has set them up at the opponent's 40. Caught in the backfield. It's Bachmeier. Defense surrounds him. Just a short gain on that completion.
Boy, wide receiver screen can be hit or miss. Either receiver finds a nice crease and picks up big yards, or the defense completely negates that. The team speed from the defense here wins that play.
What's the play call here on second down for this offense? Play fake, looking to throw. Caught, he's wide open, look out. They bring him down right at the 20. This offense set up now in the red zone.
You know, this is what makes this receiver so dangerous. If you play him in man, he can run by you for a big play. You decide to sit back in zone, and he's got the savvy and instincts to be able to find that soft spot in the zone, make a catch, and be dangerous after the catch as well.
Gives it to the back. A gain of 2 yards. Now it's second down and 8. The Cougars move into the red zone. Back to throw. It's Bachmeier. Pass ball is incomplete, but the defense may have jumped.
What I always love to see on these offsides call is when they're always pointing at each other. You know, he did it. I didn't do it. Put it on him. We know this time it's on the defense. They're going to make the right call.
Picks up a short gain, but his swarm of the defense flying to the football. Crucial third down play coming up. And they pick up the first on the ground. Looks like BYU will have the first down. And notice how the balance of this passing game has been on display here. A whole bunch of guys getting involved catching passes. That's tough to stop. So one final quarter to play. It's going to take a lot to turn this game around, but strange things do happen in college football. So here we go, an exciting start to the quarter as the offense sets up with a first and goal. He'll hand it off. And they try the middle, but stuffed for no gain.
That back just had nowhere to go. Got to give credit to the defense and their run fits on that play.
Getting nothing on first down makes it second and goal from the 8. Looking to pass here on second down. It's incomplete. He was hit as he threw that time, and now third down coming up.
That's a smart heads-up play to me by the quarterback. Would rather throw it in the stands than a tight throw leading to a potential turnover. Wonder what they'll have dialed up here on this third down.
And the offense facing a 3rd and goal from a long way away. To the air, it's Bachmeier. Defense is coming after him. Touchdown, Brigham Young. The quarterback takes it in himself.
Boy, this guy is so much fun to watch. Here, not even on a design QB run, able to create, use his legs, threaten the defense with his arm, and eventually off the scramble gets into the end zone. Great play.
Here comes the point after attempt. PAT up and good. They get a little bit closer. So after putting up the touchdown, the kickoff team is out there to boot it away. And here's the return from inside the 5. He'll be tackled at the 18. That's good coverage there. And the Texas Tech offense trots back out onto the field now. This game just got tighter. The temptation might be to sit on this lead, but we'll see how aggressive they get. Using his legs, it's sticky. And the senior able to make the stop after a short gain.
Chris, at least there's some positive yards there from this run game. It hasn't been pretty today. It's really, to me, kept them out of finding any kind of offensive rhythm. Now, they have the lead, but it's despite this offense not necessarily having their best day.
Here's the second down play. Looking for a man. Caught over the middle. It's Carter. Not easy to bring down. The cornerback finally gets the job done.
Chris, that's another nice pickup through the air. I thought they might be really just out to run the football here with the lead. But instead, they're electing to throw the football. Different routes, quarterbacks in rhythm. Really, it's almost an extension of their passing game.
On 3rd and short, they hand the ball off. And he'll maybe get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that.
Chris, textbook job by the defense surrounding the runner and preventing that play from being bounced to the outside.
The Red Raiders will bring their punt team onto the field. Coverage team brings down the returner. So the BYU offense comes back out onto the field. And the quarterback keeps it here. Well, they test the middle there, but get nothing.
That's exactly how you want to defend the option. You know, the old school way is assignment football. You have to account for the quarterback, the pitch man. Here, the quarterback had really nothing other than just kind of lower his head and get as much as he could. Fortunately for the defense, it wasn't very much.
And the ball is handed off out of the shotgun. Tackled at the 32. That's enough for a first down.
Setting the tone early with good runs like this can really wear defense down and keep the defense guessing. That's why some of the best coaches of all time have primarily done it with great run games.
It's a 1st and 10 play coming up for the offense. Out of the shotgun, he hands it off. Solid gain, moves the ball to the 36.
Nice job here of controlling the line of scrimmage by this offensive line. The back does what he needs to do to get positive yards on first down.
That gain makes it 2nd and medium. And they'll run it out of the shotgun. And they'll stop him short of the line to gain.
Chris, you know, the spread era over the years has always grown offensively, but what I've been always impressed with the defenses that really build their defense to play in space still have an ability to be sound at the line of scrimmage and defend a running game. It's exactly what we saw right there.
Can he make it to the marker? They make the stop just short of the marker. It's going to be 4th down and inches.
Well, that run didn't go anywhere here on 3rd down. It'll bring up 4th down, and right now, late in the game, they've got to go for this. They've got to call their best 4th and short play and hope to keep the sticks moving.
And the Cougars will have to kick it away. Looking to kick it away for the 2nd time. Not what he was hoping for. Instead of pinning the offense deep, it's a touchback. And the Red Raiders offense is back out on the field now. Last time was a quick 3 and out. Can they get a drive going this time? They'll try the ground game here with the running back. Eludes a tackle. They bring him down, but that's a good play. Moves the ball to the 39.
Good call here by the offense to be able to pick up this 1st down. And, Chris, it makes you wonder, with under 3 minutes to go in this game and trailing, the defense sitting back in their base, I thought they might be in a little bit more of an aggressive mindset, turning the blitz loose, trying to create some plays to get the football back.
On 1st down, it's play action. Defense breaks it up. Nice play. Incomplete.
Chris, I love this throw downfield. He takes a shot. I thought he had a big completion, but instead the defender makes one heck of a play to be able to knock that ball away for the incompletion.
2nd down play coming up for this offense. To throw, it's Morton. And this time it's complete. And the defense swarms, not much of a gain on that completion. Offense looking to keep the drive going here. 3rd and short now from the 44. Out of the gun now on 3rd down. But they don't connect. It's incomplete, and it brings up 4th down.
Boy, it looked like the quarterback had everything that he needed there. Had great protection. Receiver ran a nice route. Just not able to convert there on that 3rd down. Let's see what their decision is on 4th down coming up.
And the Red Raiders will line up to punt it away. And he'll kick it away now for the 2nd time. Ball lands right at the 1-yard line and bounces into the end zone for a touchback. Here comes the BYU offense back out on the field. Play action here on 1st down. That's caught. It's Roberts. Oh, and he heads out of bounds after a really nice gain there.
This is all you can hope for, really. The defense does their job. You get the offense back out on the field. It's a one-possession game. It's up to this quarterback and this offense to deliver, and they're off to a good start here.
The gain moves the ball to the 39. It'll be 1st down. Takes the handoff. It's Martin. They've got him in the backfield. Nowhere to go. A 2-yard loss.
Chris, that play just didn't have much of a chance at all from the snap. Quarterback hands this off and just nowhere to go. It's almost like the defense was anticipating the play call, and they put themselves in a position to come up with a nice tackle for a loss.
Running play goes backwards. Now the offense is set up at 2nd and 13. Caught behind the line. It's Bachmeier. They stop the receiver, but that's a solid gain on that play. What will the call be on 3rd and long now from the 44? Looking to pass. It's Bachmeier. Here's a fumble way behind the line of scrimmage. The defense scoops it up. Not much on the return, but this defense rises up with an important takeaway.
How about this defense flying in there trying to get their hat on the ball? They do, and they're able to pounce on it for a big turnover.
And the Texas Tech offense is back out on the field now. Forced to punt last time, trying to add points, build the lead right here. Grab behind the line. It's Carter. He is a load to bring down. Finally, a strong tackle by the cornerback gets him.
Just a good job of spreading the wealth, making sure everybody's getting their touches. When you do that, the defense can't lock in on one guy or two guys. Make them have to be aware of everybody, and allows you to continue to spread the ball around and spread the field, making it tougher for this defense.
That one falls incomplete. Looking for a flag, doesn't get it. Brings up third down.
Everything about this play tells you about today's offenses and what they're asking out of their running backs. You can't just be a guy who runs the football anymore. You have to be able to catch it as well, and he didn't do a very good job of it on this play.
After the incompletion, they'll have to try to convert here on 3rd and 9. Tries the right with a quick throw. Touchdown, Red Raiders! That's how you finish a play. We had a short field. The offense did exactly what they're supposed to do. That would have been a big ask for the defense there, Kirby.
Absolutely. But when you're given that kind of field position, anything less than a touchdown would be a disappointment. They did exactly what they needed to do by capitalizing on that short field.
Lining up to try the extra point. Extra point up and good. A 2-touchdown lead here now in the 4th quarter. Kickoff team out there. They are fired up after just scoring a touchdown. He's going to return it from near the goal line. He's tackled at the 21. That's where the drive will start. Here comes the BYU offense back out on the field. That fumble in the last possession set up a touchdown. Can they bounce back from that costly error here? Grab down the middle. It's Ryan. And the tackle is made after a 4-yard gain, so 2nd and 6.
I really like what this defensive coordinator is doing right now. He's got a nice lead. Just sit back. The most important thing is tackling this offense inbounds so that clock will keep ticking.
That completion makes it 2nd and medium. And the back gets the football. Nothing doing that play. The big D tackle there for the stop.
How about the timing here by the defense to shoot that gap? As an offensive lineman, you have to anticipate that, close that gap off. Otherwise, it could be a long day.
A tough situation with the offense. 3rd and long from their 25. Let's see if the defense brings some heat here. Back to throw. It's Bachmeier. Quick throw over the middle. It's reeled in. It's Bachmeier. They bring him down, but he makes the 40-yard line. That's a solid gain.
Well, it's another positive play, but man, look at the clock and look at the score. You still need a couple touchdowns to be able to get yourself back into this game and have a chance to win it. So you got to keep moving here and keep taking those shots downfield.
1st down, looking to throw the football. He's running out of time here. He'll head out of bounds after a solid gain on that run.
Hey, the defense working with this lead does everything right. Taking away any threats downfield gives the quarterback only option really is to take off and pick up some yards. Now, they better be careful because you do that too many times, eventually he could get out and put it into the end zone.
This BYU offense is quickly moving down the field. Looking for a man deep down the left side. But this one is broken up, falls incomplete.
Well, they don't connect here. But this is what you have to do. It's late in the game. You need points. You're behind. You got to take some shots. I'd go right back to it, try to find a matchup, and go to one of your receivers that can make a play for you.
Incomplete, so it's 2nd down and 10. Here's the snap. Quarterback drops back. Short throw complete to the tight end. To get him down quickly, not much of a gain on that completion.
I love what the defense is doing here. Sitting back, giving up some plays underneath, tackling these guys inbounds, and just keep that clock rolling.
Crucial 3rd down play right here. Dropping back, looking to throw for the 1st down. Contact as he let the ball go. Oh, and he can't quite hold on. A great chance for their first interception here today, but it's going to bring up 4th down.
Well, the defense picks the right time to get after this quarterback. Third down, critical down and distance, do a good job of dialing things up, and good coverage downfield. He didn't have anywhere to go with the ball.
Fourth down, looking to throw for it. Caught over the middle. It's Roberts. They make the first down, brought down to the 31.
Risky call here by this offense. I thought the quarterback might wait a little bit longer for him to take his route beyond the sticks, but he gets the ball out of his hands, and how about the job by this receiver to fight for that first down?
BYU getting set with a 1st and 10 now. We've reached the 2-minute timeout. This offense facing some serious urgency, trying to come up with a miracle late here. Here's a 1st and 10 play. Off the play fake, looking to throw. It's complete on the crossing route. Really solid first down gain. He's just short of the marker, so maybe a chance here to take a downfield shot.
Well, they love going to this guy in the slot, don't they? What a mismatch inside. He reels in another one. This guy's automatic.
2nd down after that completion. Looking downfield, it's Bachmeier. Receiver makes the catch. And a quick timeout call by the offense after the play, trying to preserve as much clock as possible. This defense just cannot get off the field. The long march moves on. Looking to throw yet again. He cannot escape. It's a sack.
Well, that takes the wind right out of your sails. This offense is trying to find a way to get back into this game, and another pressure and a sack against their quarterback.
That sack makes it 2nd down and forever. They snap it. Quarterback looking to throw the ball. Caught near the sideline, but just a short gain. Twelfth play of this marathon march, but it's 3rd down and long. Out of the gun now on 3rd down. Looking downfield near the end zone. Oh, and he dropped it. The would-be touchdown could not come up with the football. Now it's 4th down.
This is smart defense. When you're trying to protect the lead late in the game, you know they're going to take some shots, get those safeties and those defensive backs back far, anticipating a deep throw, and knock the ball away.
Down late, they'll keep the offense on the field, trying to chip away at this lead. Launching one to the end zone. Touchdown, BYU. What a grab in the end zone in a clutch moment.
Well, hold on now, Chris. We're under 2 minutes to go, and these guys will not go away. They hit this extra point. You cover an onside kick. You never know.
And they'll set up for the PAT. PAT is good. They still trail, though. I believe they're going to line up here and go for the onside kick. Now they safely make the recovery. The onside kick doesn't work. And the Texas Tech offense trots back out onto the field now. Can they play keep away here? Just protect this lead in the final 2 minutes. Quarterback still with the football. Tackled behind the line. It's a loss of 2. And now a timeout taken by the defense, trying to preserve as much clock as possible for their offense. The Red Raiders enter the final minute of play, just hoping to run the clock out now. They're going to run the option.
Well, if you're going to run this option play, you've got to be the one that's dictating the tempo. I feel like the defense right now is doing that. They did a nice job of getting to the quarterback. He didn't get many yards at all here.
So with the lead secure here, it's time to just take a knee, run out the clock, and plan the victory celebration. And the Red Raiders will line up to punt it away. Looking to flip the field here. And the punt will land in the end zone for a touchback. Here's the first play of the drive now from the 20-yard line. Dropping back, it's Bachmeier. Looking for a late, deep throw. Pass falls incomplete on the deep shot, but there is a penalty marker down. Let's check it out. No time on the clock, but that penalty will give the offense one more untimed play. Looking to throw it on first down. Taking a deep shot here late in the game. Deep ball is caught for a huge gain here. They bring him down, but a big chunk of yardage on the play. Well, when you're a team that comes in, Kirk, with great expectations, big goals at the end, you're going to get tested. They were tested here today by another ranked team. I was impressed how they responded.
Chris, there's no doubt about it. I think the thing that really stood out to me is the way they played for 4 quarters, just dominating football. And this is a team that's had to deal with being kind of the hunted, the team that knows that every single week teams want to bring them down. They took on a very talented team today and just dominated it.
And that is going to do it. We enjoyed being here. For Kirk Herbstreit, I'm Chris Fowler, and this has been another presentation of EA Sports College Football.